Well, howdy, partners. It's the weekly roundup.
Hello everyone, welcome to another episode of the Weekly Roundup. I may or may not have fallen asleep on the couch. You could probably tell that my eyeballs are hanging out my head. Welcome used to. I'm just going to sit back and let you to deal with this, okay? Make cozy up and get a wee kit. Oh, mate.
How was you sleeping for, Tam? Was it a good power nap?
It must have been about an hour, mate. I was just lying there and I'd said to Michelle, I was like, if I fall asleep, wake me up so I don't miss this. And I woke up myself and realised I had 10 minutes to get ready. So, yeah.
That's all right. You've done it, mate. We'll try and wake you up.
I'll have just
How's your
left it,
week
to be
been?
fair. Just skipped it. Sorry. Great. Yours?
Yeah, great.
Hilarious
chat.
sunshine, Tom.
Been full on week, innit?
Oh, it's been dreadful.
Well, Rich T. Smith would disagree because he's finally won a tournament.
Oh, we're not talking about it. We're not talking about it.
And I know you said you wasn't going to talk about it, but I thought I owed it to him to call it out for his first win. So
It's fantastic, mate. Love it. Totally love it. Yeah.
About time, Rich.
It's great when you win one. I mean, you must have been absolutely buzzing, Gary, when you won yours.
yeah, mate, yeah, over the moon.
But the first time you win one, though, all joking aside, that is a good feeling. It's ridiculous because it means nothing, but it's personal pride.
It's madness how something like that. You could just
Yeah.
cloud
And it's one of
nine on
those
it.
ones you can come onto a podcast and wind someone up that's never won one, Gary. You know.
Who's not
Anyway,
won one?
thanks for watching, everyone. We'll get this to a close.
I will not be joining next week.
Mate, I think I'm one of the only people in the group that's got worse the more I've played.
Oh no!
To then not be able to play at all.
Oh, my darts
this-
have been terrible.
I've got to say, we're
Same.
treading down.
Oh,
I was saying to Tam, I think it must have been yesterday, I was like that close to just pulling out the leagues. It's ridiculous.
I
I've
was
got no-
playing. Sorry, on you go, mate.
I've just got no consistency.
Because I was playing. I think it was Neil I was playing, and I kept hitting ones and fives, and I actually at one point I'd hit a one, then I hit another one, and then I just launched the dart at the dart. That's the first time I've done that. I just launched the dart at the dartboard, missed it completely, stuck it in the wall, and that was me going for a score. I wasn't going for a double. It was just pure fury. Just at the fact of this is getting beyond a joke now. It's like, what the hell is going on? It's just
You said it
26s.
there, mate. I think we obviously don't want to jump the gun because we'll probably get onto the tournaments anyway. But I watched you in the 1001 tournament against Shocker.
Mm.
Was it against Shocker? And you played some really good darts, and you got, was it a 1-2-6 checkout? Was it?
I got the big checkout, mate, and the two games, the two games that I'd played, that was the one that Tom was trying to make out that I didn't deliberately go for treble 16.
I mean, you wasn't.
No, I was a hell. I was going for treble 19. I mean, it's two beds over. It's two beds over.
I watched it going, and I thought that's a strange way to go.
As soon as I hit that, I went, I better go back to the app and work out what way I'm going next. I've never hit that before. But then you hit the treble 18, double 12, was it? Whatever the hell it was, I can't remember. It was just like,
Double 12 finish.
awesome. Yeah, it's awesome.
You could see the panic coming through the camera because
Oh,
your phone was shaking, where you was obviously on the app trying to work out, shit, what have I got left?
but yeah,
That's
that was,
Go on,
That's
sorry.
right,
Rob.
though. But you were playing good darts though, Tam. So,
I was the games that I had leading up to that were my opponents were poor. I was poor. We were all poor. I think it was two matches I had before it, and it was just dreadful darts. We never get into the 50s for 1,001. That's shocking. I mean, you should be getting into the 50s easily if you're playing 1,001 because you're not missing doubles. And it was just poor because I think I played the guy that put you out, Tom. Is that right? He put you and someone else out, but he played
Yeah.
well against you.
Yeah, just like
He didn't play well against me. He was absolutely dreadful. He'll say it himself. I'm not slagging the guy. It was just the two of us were. It was just a war of crap. It was just whoever would get lucky to get it out.
I'm at the
But,
verge of giving it.
But playing against Shocker, he's just different world. He was he just
Mr.
rattles.
Consistent, and
Oh, mate. It's not till you play against him you realise how good he actually is. It's like, Jesus Christ. It's just like
Oh,
treble. He
when I met him
doesn't have very
Saturday.
many trebleless visits.
When I met him Saturday and we went and done that tournament, I was like, I hope I don't get him. It was like the darting gods were there, and was like when they shouted out the groups, I was in the same group as him, and I was like, ridiculous.
What are the chances of that? So what was the tournament exactly, Tom, that you went to?
Just like a little pub. I would say little, but there was quite a few decent players there. Put it one way, me not being one of them.
I was going to say, there's a few decent players there, and Tom was there as well.
Yeah.
Did not go to plan, mate. Did you win a game though? Did
I
you
won
have
3.
any success? Oh,
did you?
yes, that's all right.
Out of how
So-
many?
7.
That's all right.
No, you can't even say that's all right, because like my aim was to get out the group. I'd have been happy with that. So I got out the group, but I lost my first game, and I was throwing half well. I was told that the last game that I won, and I finished with an average of 34, and I won that one.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah.
And I won it.
Sounds like I could have entered.
Yeah.
And then obviously it come to the knockout stage, and it was like Josh Richardson is at the UK Open this weekend, PDC tour card holder. His name popped up, and I was like, just for the love of God, don't put my name next, please don't. And then lo
Please.
and behold, my name come out. So I was like, as long as I hit some half decent scores, I don't mind. So I'm not going to win. But to
Not
even
with
get
that
that past
attitude, Tim.
300.
Not with
No,
that attitude.
Was that your first one, Tom, or have
Like
you've
that,
done a
yeah.
few before? Oh, okay.
like that,
Just
yeah.
all experience, isn't it?
Yeah, well, I remember when I first went out and started playing in the pub league, my nerves were horrible for the first few weeks. And it was like the same then. It was like I completely forgot how to throw a dart. I was warming up fine, but as soon as it come to the game,
Yeah, and I think, in all honesty, I think that's the downside to online darts. I mean, it's great and it's got so many positives, but when it comes to playing in a natural environment, it's so different to what you're used to, and it'll completely throw you.
but I know if I was to do a couple more, I'd be fine. It was just that first one.
Yep.
So,
How did Stephen get on? Did he do all right? Or was
yeah, he played well. Made the semi-final, the furthest he's ever got.
Right.
So,
I think there's some absolute quality players there as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
I tell you, it's like you say, like you see him relaxed online, like Stephen, but my God, he could throw in person as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was informed as well. They watch this religiously.
You're right.
The Walker household. So there's your little shout out.
Yeah. That's all you're getting.
Yeah, sounds good though, mate. Look good on the chat. I know it probably didn't go quite the way you wanted it to go, but for your first one, to walk away with a few wins, bit of experience. Not all's lost, is it?
Only a tenner. But
Yeah.
it was. To be fair, I'll do it again.
Yeah.
Because I think as soon as you do one, it's you know what to expect next time. So I've gone there and I've played in like at the end of season tournaments, but it's nothing like that. So you more know what to expect now. So
No, good on you for
good
doing
crap.
Yeah.
So talking about tournaments, should we get on to them?
it.
And I've not lost them this week.
It's a miracle.
So, where shall we start? We've not really got date. Oh, there's an under. Oh, so the under 50s 501.
That was Monday, I think, was it not?
Yeah. That Baz won
Last
that.
Monday's that?
Last Monday. That's the only one without a day on. Baz won that 4-1 against Malcolm. The Wednesday 301 double in, double out. James Morgan beat Mark Jackson 4-3.
Yeah.
The Thursday 1001 Stephen Walker beat Tam 4-1.
I'm happy
Tam's
with that leg.
amazing. Completely
Check
meant
out.
126 checkout.
100% checkout rate. He only got one shot at a double.
You made it count there, mate. That's all that matters.
Saturday 501 standard Stephen Walker beat James Langley 4-2. And then the over 50s last night. Stephen Walker beat Mark Jackson 4-1. And there's two more. So last night there was two tournaments. Am I correct?
Correct.
There was one for just anybody that basically under 50s or anyone that wanted to just play in there.
So the 301 double in, double out. Peter Peters lost 4-2 in the final.
Nice, man.
Lost.
We've lost. We've lost who won the tournament last night. So
what I love the most about seeing the chat was James Morgan trying to knock Rich off his pedestal, and we're just like, "Congrats on the win, mate." However, just to let you know, it's not a ranked tournament, so it's worth nothing. Fucking hell, James.
yeah,
but yeah,
we can't
old
just
Rich.
praise each other. We've got to tear each other down at every opportunity.
Find a way to knock them down.
It's the way God would have wanted it.
And then the Premier League finals finish this week. Well, the Premier League.
Oh, mate. God.
So, Prem A, James Morgan won it overall, beating Neil 10-6 in the final. Prem B, Michael Carey won. He beat James L 10-6. I mean, if he asks for stickers one more time, I'm booting him. Prem C,
Yeah.
Dan
he can
Kelly.
pay for the bloody. He can pay for the postage. I'm not paying for postage
Don't.
to send it in New Jersey.
Yeah, Prem C, Dan Kelly beat Chris Stewart 10-6. Lucky Chris. Prem D, Cole Whittle won 7-4 against Eric. Prem E, Daniel Langley beat Aaron Barnett 7-1. And Prem F, Roy Monster won 7-0 against Ryan Birch.
Nice.
So
Not
there are
bad.
this season Premier League winners.
It was James L. I played. Is it Lanos? I think his surname is. I think I said to you boys, I was ready for. That was when I was genuinely ready for just stopping playing darts.
Was that
I can't even
7-0?
7-0. It was over 30 attempts at double and never hit one. It's just like that's just ridiculous. Don't get me wrong. He was hitting his doubles fairly well, apart from one leg, but to have 30 odd attempts at double and not hit any of them is just ridiculous. It's just there's no enjoyment in that. It's just frustration.
Demoralising, especially when you know what you can do.
Yeah,
It's so frustrating.
it's just one of those ones, mate. That is what it is. You're going to have bad times, and it seems to be my bad times seem to be lasting longer than usual this time.
And then the good form, just like I said to you last night, it was there for like 3 days, and now it's just disappeared again.
Yeah,
Gone.
Yeah. Just as you get excited, thinking, right, it's back.
It's
Let's
back.
go.
Well,
It's gone.
I'd played. Was it Rich? I think it may have been Rich. I played, and I played great against Rich, and then I played against someone else, and I played great against them as well. So you're thinking, oh, here we go, I found something again. And then it came to the tournament, and it was just like absolute garbage again. I don't know what the hell's going on.
That happens.
Yeah.
So that's come to an end.
Yeah.
Just as team league's about to commence.
Yeah, mate.
Biggest team league yet, isn't it?
Yeah. 10 teams of
Right.
8.
10 teams of 8.
Quick turnaround as well. Because obviously it only finished last Wednesday. Well,
Yeah.
Thursday. It's kind of, we're ready to
Looking
go.
forward to it, mate. It was really tight with the top 3. We were all there or thereabouts. It wasn't that many points separating, because we finished third. I think you were second, Tom, is that right?
Yeah, second. All because Daniel Newman couldn't take a leg off Neil.
Yes. Yeah. Sort yourself out, Dan, huh? Sort yourself out, son.
Call yourself a captain.
Yeah.
So how we because obviously this time around we got the admins team, haven't we?
Oh,
Yeah,
baby,
We're going to rip them apart.
oh,
I mean, just setting expectations. I've captained Team League in season 2, and we won, Tom, didn't we?
We did.
So yeah, captain of the admin team. So the results are going to be there already. But all joking aside, how are we finally agreed on team selection? Because there was a fair comment, wasn't there, from, I think it was actually Dan Newman, saying that admins can see the chats. So how's it going to be fair?
Well, that's what I said to you. I think I put it into the admin chat. What we're going to do is, whoever an admin is that we don't play that week, we'll get Gary to send off our team selection to them so that they've got it before the team that we're playing is going to release their sort of fixture, so that way you'll know. Right, it's just random. There's no way we could possibly know what they're going to put out. So we will let the opposition know we've handed our team selection in, then they can do theirs. That way you can't accuse us of cheating.
Pretty much that.
But no doubt we'll still get accused of cheating, but hey ho. All I can say is James and... Is Neil in our team? Is Neil playing? Is he not part of it?
He's a standing, isn't he?
Same as Gav.
The two Jameses, I think you're going to have to make sure that you have nice strong back for carrying me and Tom the way we're playing at the moment. I don't think we'll be picking up many points.
Two Jameses?
Yeah, James Lang. Is he not in a team?
No.
Who's in the team?
There's me,
Neil Turner.
Colin.
Martin and Rich,
Where the hell
isn't
did I get James Langley from?
So there's me,
Isn't it?
you, James, Rich, Martin, Colin,
Neil.
Neil, David Giardino.
Giardino.
There you go. That's the 8.
Yeah, and then Neil and Gav are stand-ins.
Right.
They're our little floaters if they're needed in other teams in our team.
And James Langley, apparently you've been promoted to an admin now. Whether he wants the job or not.
Well, I was trying to think if we could get a role for Ollie and Stephen as well.
Yeah.
See you later.
That's nice.
Is he completely aware that he's disappeared?
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Give us a wee second, boys.
Can you hear me now?
Can you hear me?
Interesting phrase. Can you hear me now? If this was you, Tom,
I'd be
you would
ridiculed,
have heard the end of it by
shouting
now,
out.
would you?
Tom's a
Yeah,
disgrace.
I noticed that I'm 19 minutes in, Tom, and I've kept to my word. And I've been really nice so far.
So far, we haven't got to the quiz yet.
This is
Yeah.
true. You can't make any promises, but I'm doing well.
So,
Yeah.
have we got any challenge admin footage?
Yes, mate, that's what I was just about to say. I think we'll get that done, eh?
Oh, we do have it.
We've got... Yep. I managed to
Perfect.
get the admin done today. Nothing like leaving it to the last minute. When you see who
We've
it is that
literally
we've
had
got,
over
you'll
a
see
week.
why.
Oh,
You see why. Bloody useless git. Here
Oh,
we go.
Rich again, then.
We've got Dan Humphrey. Here's these questions. Are you ready, boys?
Yeah, go for it.
Here we go. Hey, everyone. We've got Dan Humphrey here. He's going to take on an admin challenge. But before we do that, we'll ask you some questions, bud. You ready?
yeah, all good.
It better not be like bloody Richie's answers. I'm telling you that right now, mate. What is your favourite football team?
Brighton Albion.
Oh, you've been doing
From
pretty
Brighton,
well the last
sorry.
few seasons. Oh, are you? Is that
Yeah,
where you're
yeah.
from, mate? Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Brighton boy.
Yeah. If you could only watch one movie for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Probably because I'm a massive Star Wars nerd. Star Wars Episode 3.
The Revenge of the Sith one.
Revenge of the Sith, yeah.
See, you're obviously a lot younger than me, mate.
Yeah.
Empire
So,
Strikes Back, man. Come
I
on.
grew up watching the prequel trilogy. So.
Oh, mate. It's got to be Empire Strikes Back. Come on, take grips. That is the king of Star Wars.
Good one, but
don't get me wrong, the third one is definitely the best one of the prequels. There's no going to way that. That's by far the best of the three. But
I enjoy it.
I could sit here all day and talk about Star Wars, mate. I love it. What hobby or activity brings you the most joy outside of what? Oh, what? Darts.
Outside rugby. So I play rugby most weeks. Fair.
Right.
Which is good until I've got a darts game. And I've scheduled it for after a match, and then I think in the last month I've had a broken thumb. I've got my rotator. I've injured my rotator cuff. So trying to throw it is it's been good fun.
Yeah, can imagine. What is your favourite author, or what is your favourite book?
I'm more of an autobiography. I think I like a right. Chris Morrow's autobiography. I think was probably one of the best ones I've read.
It's a shame what happened to him. It's
Yeah. But
mate,
crying the whole way through it is brilliant.
Just horrible thing. What is? Here we go. This is the one that I'm dreading to hear your answer. What is your guilty pleasure movie or TV show?
Disney movies. I think.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. I've got mates. I used to watch them, but I quite like to sing along with a Disney movie.
It's funny. Obviously, my kids are grown up now, but see, if they would be watching it, they would go away out and play in their room, and you'd be sitting wanting to see how the movie or the show ended. It was hilarious. You'd be sitting there watching bloody.
I was like for Moana 2 to come out. The kids have been, to be honest.
Nice.
Looking forward to that one.
Oh, mate. What is the weirdest or most unusual food you've ever tried?
Cricket. Right. Yeah, dry cricket. They taste like scratch, to be fair. But.
Right?
I took my eldest boy to go see like some lizard display thing and blow a load of dry crickets. And actually,
I would actually try it, mate. There's not many things I wouldn't try. Yeah.
Should we eat some sure anything?
Seems to be a recurring theme on this show.
I quite enjoyed it, to be fair.
Haggis.
Yeah.
It's nice, mate. That's what it's like.
It's all right.
I don't know what people expect it to taste like. It's a bit, it's just like a sort of bit of spice to it, but it's nothing ridiculous. Anyway, one more question and then we can get on to the real deal stuff. Do you have a favourite music genre or artist?
No, so I'll listen to pretty much anything. I think my Spotify playlist at the moment has got like 54 hours of music. And it will jump from musicals to some metal to a bit of country.
Not country. I would rather listen to musicals and country, mate.
Proper country, none of this modern like.
Oh, that's even worse.
Stuff.
Oh, no, it's even worse, mate. What? That crap, man. Off. No. Right, let's get on to the real business, mate. Let's see what you're going to be throwing. We have got the game. You see it, bud?
Yeah, all good.
Okay, here we go, mate. What are you not wanting?
After the little practice of my left hand, I'm left-handed, but I can't throw on my left hand, so I'm hoping to avoid that.
Yeah, here we go, mate. Let's see what you get.
The others on
first.
right.
Let's see what you get first, bud. Go, another sat in a chair.
Do. Means I've not got it up.
Not bad. You could get that again, obviously, as we've said I say every single week. Here we go, mate. Let's see what's next. Oh, that's nasty. Flight first. That is nasty, that one.
My brother seems to be able to do it every time he throws. Like, he'll throw it first every time and land it.
Right?
Whenever I do it, bounce back out.
There must be a technique to it, mate. There must be a way of throwing it to get it to stick.
No idea.
Because was it not Colin Pestridge? I'm sure he managed to get a couple of them to stick. So there must be some sort of technique involved in it. Certainly, I don't know how. I've never tried it, to be fair, but I don't imagine it'd be that easy. Anyway, let's see if you can get
easier with a heavy dart. I would have thought.
Well, that's I thought actually, yeah, because it would be more keen to spin round.
Yeah.
I've got a set of bombs here somewhere, so I'll dig them out just in case you draw me.
Cross.
Here we go, mate. Last one. Just hoping this wrong hand. Oh, it's a group favourite.
Dizzy darts.
Dizzy darts, mate.
That'll do.
So there we go, mate. We'll go and see how Rich gets on, and then we will come back to your shot.
Sounds good, mate.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
So someone forgot to draw the admin. I'd love to be able to blame Tom, but I can't because he's not even here. Anyway, mate, let's see who you're going to be throwing against. Who do you want?
There's a few admins in there that I've played and had some good games against. I want Rich.
Oh, you want Rich?
Yeah, I think if I remember rightly, it's Rich I've got quite a decent little, fairly even record against when we've played league games and stuff. So
nice, mate. To be fair, you could throw anyone. It just pot luck at how you got on.
Isn't it?
So here we go, mate. Let's see who you're thrown against. Oh, James Morgan.
Let's hope I can beat him because I
Oh,
think he beat me 4-0 the other day.
I hope you beat him, mate. I hope
Fingers
that
crossed.
you beat him. Thanks again, Paul. And this time we will say
Cheers,
goodbye. See you later, mate.
Take it easy.
Cheers, man.
Cheers.
I don't know why I had Rich's name in my head. I don't know what happened there. That was hilarious. It was after I come off of it, and it was like, honest to God, I was sort of editing it and all that sort of stuff. And then I went, God, I don't know who the admin is. So I did message him again saying, can you come back on so we can record it again? Oh, it was brilliant.
Cool.
So yeah, it's
The,
James Morgan.
Before we go any further, I think Gary might know who I'm on about. Did anyone else just get Joe Mala vibes straight off the bat?
As soon as I saw him, it's Joe Mala.
And the old Brighton.
He's like Dan Humphreys is only like 20 minutes down the road from me. He's a big old rugby boy. Probably played him at some point. Yeah,
Nice.
cracking answers there. Similar to you, Tom, with his love for Disney films.
It's a good Disney film.
So you sorted his dartboard out? I guess we'll see, won't we, when they do the challenge?
It's actually behind him. In the video, it was behind him. For the keen-eyed
Two
viewers
number
out there.
19s, didn't he?
Yeah, I sent that one of mine down to him, that MPQ. There we go.
Oh, nice,
That's sorted.
Right, you want to see James's throw then? First
Yeah,
of all, who do you think will win? Do you think James will take us to 3-2, or do you think Dan will beat him?
I'm actually rooting for the big man. It's the perfect opportunity for anyone to try and get a win from James.
Sorry, James.
So-
I think
sorry,
that's
James,
3-0 against you.
Sorry, James, but we're not sorry. We hope you get cupped.
Come on, Humphreys.
Let's do it. Here we go. Here's James' attempt. Right, guys, we've got James up doing a challenge against Dan Humphrey. Up first, James is sat on a chair.
Right.
You want 87, 86, 85. Sorry,
85 bit. Nice.
Sorry.
Flight
Fly
first.
first.
So you have to aim with the flight point at the board and then throw it and hope for the best. Oh.
25.
Look at you. Big show off. And your last three, mate, are dizzy darts.
So what's that?
Dizzy darts. So you spin round 10 times and then you throw your 3 darts. You don't need to spin after every dart.
Uh,
16, sir.
16.
Oh, wait a bit. I'll add that up.
I
Make some
don't know
more.
what that is in total, like.
Just now. I think it's 126, I think, mate.
That's a nice
But-
score, isn't it? So,
There we go. Let's see if that's enough to beat Dan. Let's see how Dan gets on. 126. Obviously, you guys won't have heard, but was it you, Gary? It said, "Oh, how he asked Tom what if he was right." What you asking me for, mate? I don't have a clue.
82, 84, 87,
Yeah,
85.
Is that right, Sam? Yes, mate. Yeah,
yes,
that's
mate.
right. Yeah.
Whatever you said there, that is the score, mate. That was correct.
We're going to have to watch
Yeah.
this now just in case there's any kind of cheating going on in the future because they're just saying any numbers to Tam.
Yeah,
Was that 375, Sam, was it? Yes, mate.
yeah. Right. So, do you
Oh.
still think that Dan is going to do enough to beat James?
Yeah, he's
I'm
got it in the
rooting for
bag.
him. I'm rooting for him. Come on, Humphrey.
Here we go. Okay, we've just seen what the admin's thrown. Let's see how Dan gets on. First up is sat on a chair, mate.
If I have you done this?
37.
37, but and here we go. Here's where the wall gets wrecked and everything gets wrecked. It's flight first.
Coming.
Oh, is that a 40?
No, 21.
Oh, unlucky, mate.
I nearly killed the cat as well with the bounce out, so.
Right, dizzy darts, mate, is you spin 10 times and then you throw your 3 darts. Obviously, you don't need to spin after every dart. You throw the 3 darts just as you normally would, but obviously don't take too long after spinning to throw them.
Okay, perfect.
I would definitely move the cat out of the way.
Yeah, cat's moved. The cat's moved, right. 10 times, yeah.
Yeah, 10 times, mate, then throw them.
1, 2.
Nine.
And 10.
Using.
28.
28, mate, that's not bad. So you've got... I can not even try counting that, mate. We'll work it out. You'll find out when we get... You'll find out on Sunday.
Perfect.
But thanks a lot for coming on, bud.
Cheers for having me, mate.
See how you get on, mate.
Fingers crossed.
See you later, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Oh, that's class,
Please, for the love of God, just get a calculator. Use your phone.
I love the way you don't even try now. You just go. So you have got. I don't know. You'll find out another day.
Yeah, there's too many odd and even numbers in that. I'm not even going to try and add that up. 86, I believe it was. Did you count that up, Tom? No? I think it was 86.
What did
He
he
didn't
get?
win anyway. I think it was 37, 21, 28. 86, I believe that.
Are you asking me or?
It's 86.
There we go then.
I'm a
86.
mathematical genius, mate.
No need to question your turn.
Yeah.
Trust your judgment, mate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's 3-2 to the admin team. After a shaky start, that's us actually clawed ourselves into the lead.
And he managed to get 2 to stick, flight first as well.
Yeah, the two of them did.
Yeah,
Both of them.
James as well.
Just lucky going in for the 17s, weren't it?
Oh, mate.
Only
That
James
was-
can hit a treble 17 with his first start.
Yeah,
Sat on
sitting
a
in a
chair.
Unreal, mate. I said as soon as I seen it, I was like, Jesus Christ, James. As soon as he hits that, you just know it's a long way back if you're playing against that.
Yeah.
So I think you briefly touched on it, but before we go any further, why was Mitch? Who the earth's Mitch? Why was Rich mentioned that he was taking part?
I have no idea, mate. That's what I'm saying. I have no idea why Rich is. I think because Rich was last week, was he? Is that right? Not last week, the week before that one. I think I've obviously just had his name in my head, and that was when I realised I've actually not picked any admins, so I don't know what the hell happened.
Poor Dan. He thought he was playing Rich, and then he wasn't. And then he didn't even get told his score, and he had to wait until Sunday.
Sunday, and we're now on Tuesday.
You said you'll get your results Sunday. No,
Yeah.
you're not.
Yeah,
And he won't even get it tonight either. He's going to have to wait till tomorrow.
yeah. Find out on Wednesday. Yeah.
Oh,
Sorry for
brilliant.
this poor standard,
Yeah.
Dan.
Let's see, you want to do the quiz then, boys?
You want to do the quiz first?
Before I die.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Here we go. 3 questions each, yeah?
Yeah, mate.
So who wants to go first this week?
I'll go first, mate, if you want.
So, Tam, your first question. Which artist painted The Last Supper?
Leonardo da Vinci.
It was indeed. I feel like these are not very... Get a bit of vibing with them, please.
Do you want us to do backspins and a breakdancing
Don't mind.
in between?
I'll give you a
questions?
point if you can.
I think my days of breakdancing are long gone, mate.
Gary, your first question. How many years did it take Michelangelo to paint the Sistine Chapel?
Get my sippy cup out.
7.
It's not 7.
23.
The answer is 4.
I could have painted it in 4. I'm not saying it all looked like it looked, but they've been painted with the emulsion brush and
I
stuff
could have
like
painted it in 4 hours, but it wouldn't have looked like that.
that.
Sounds like he needs a bigger roller.
Yeah. Yeah. It's Dulux you want, mate. It's none of that cheap stuff.
Bit of one coat. Get it done in a couple of minutes.
Tam, your second question.
Give us a minute.
The movie Blade Runner is based on which book by is it sci-fi? Yeah, sci-fi.
Yeah.
Writer Philip K. Dick.
The androids dream of electric sheep.
Correct.
Fall out of the bag.
He's a massive...
Sci-fi nerd. And
I
Movie.
noticed. As soon as
Movie
Dan
nerd.
Humphrey said Star Wars, your face lit up.
oh, mate.
Because who was it when we done the category one? Was it Neil that picked
Neil.
it?
Yeah,
You
he's
got
sci-fi.
more right than
I
what
got
he
all of his
did.
answers.
Gary, your second question. Which actor played James Bond in the most movies?
Oh, Sean Connery. I honestly don't know because I'm not a massive Bond fan. Is it Pierce Brosnan? Yeah, I'm going to say Pierce.
No, but just going back, because I used to watch a lot of them when I was younger, I would think it would be Roger Moore, because he was in loads of them.
Who?
Roger Moore.
It is Roger Moore.
He was in tons of them.
That was it.
Last question each before the amazing tiebreaker. Tam, which team won the first ever Super Bowl?
The Buffalo Browns.
The who?
Buffalo Browns?
I don't even think that's a team.
They were.
Well, it's not the correct answer.
The Billericay Beavers.
Google this, please. The way Ben was
Sorry, Tom. This is worst time.
Billericay Beavers. No, that's also correct.
Was I close?
What
Green
did you
Bay
say? I missed it.
Packers.
Oh, was it?
Just as I was drinking, I thought I'd take a quick second.
Sprayed it all up the wall.
Toby's just stood there now, like what?
Covered in orange.
Yeah, well.
Welcome back, Tom.
Sorry, mate.
Harry, your final question. Which came first, checkers or chess?
Checkers.
I would think so.
It's checkers.
Such a simple game, isn't it, really?
Yeah, because then they used the same grid format, didn't they?
And,
To then build chess on. Oh, I've redeemed myself. I got one right.
I think
Are
it was
we
the
ready
Cleveland
for-
Browns. I think I've got mixed up with the Buffalo Bills and the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah, I don't know where you got Buffalo Browns from. I was just like,
Yeah,
eh?
I've obviously merged the two.
Well, it's no Billericay. It's just
It's derailed a little. Give me a minute.
so, Tam, you ready for
Okay.
the tiebreaker?
Well,
Yes, mate.
So, I would like the answer in dollars, because that's what it's written down as. We're
I
not
thought you
going
were going to say it in the
rates.
medium of dance there.
What is the average annual fee of Harvard University?
In dollars. $160,000.
nowhere near as much as that, I don't think. But for the sake of winning the tiebreak, it's 159,000.
And this week's winner is Gary, who was closer. The answer was 75. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was going to say, is it around the 60 mark?
75,891
I
dollars.
thought it'd been-
I mean, it's extortionate.
It's not that much, mate. I've lost more than that running for a bus. Yeah.
Could never justify paying that.
Go on.
Especially, we're going off on a bit of tangent now, but certainly in my line of business, the amount of people that work in the insurance world that have gone to university, got all these degrees, and never used them, and then they just end up working in insurance. And
I think-
they've paid all that money for the tuition.
In America, though, I think if you do go to these prestigious schools, it does help you in your career, though. I think it is very much a capitalist country. So I think if you do have that thing of financial backing, it will help you in the long run. I don't think
You
it's
should hope
quite
so.
as quite as thing
It
here as
costs you
it is over there.
75,000.
Yeah, a year. Anyway, you want to get on with the business of...
Yep, so we'll look at a little rerun of the leagues.
Here we go, boys. Can you see it okay?
Anyway, so we are in round 2 of the Junior League with a couple of good results. So it was Dexter's week of no fixture this week, so we haven't got an odd number. So Zachary beat Preston 3-0. Archie got a 1-0 win against Kobe because Kobe's no longer in the league, so his fixtures will always be a 1-0 loss. Alfie got a cracking result against Colin the Charmer. He got a 3-0 win.
Nice.
And Harry got a 3-0 win against Isabel. So all fixtures complete. Some good results.
Yeah. Well done, kids. Well done, the kiddie
I think
winkles.
that if you scroll all the way down, Tam, you can get the current league standings.
There we go, mate.
There we go. So we've got Alfie set at the top. Top 3 are Alfie, Zachary, and Harry. So, well done. Keep it going.
Nice.
Brilliant. On that
Kobe's-
note, before we quickly go on, I've seen your message, Gary. Very happy, Dexter.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah, thanks, mate. Got his first 180 yesterday.
Mate. Yeah, it's amazing, mate. It's just
He
that.
phoned me. He's absolute floods of tears. So he was over the moon with himself, bless him. He said, do you know what he said to me at the weekend? He hit a couple of 140s and he said, I think it's coming down. I think there's going to be one soon. And I said, just stick with it, it'll come. And then, yeah, sure enough, he hit it. So, yeah, well done, Dex.
Brilliant.
Yeah, it's
Well
good,
done.
mate. It's, we all know what it's like the first time you hit a 180. It's just great.
I'm still waiting for my second.
I think
Still waiting for a 60.
Yeah. Can we
He's
see
got what
the
order?
Can we see the table now, boys? Yeah, or the fixtures? You want me to take this one, Tom?
Go for it.
We've got Nick Mitchell with a 4-0 against Tom Pavitt. Joe Johnson 4-0 against Dan Butler. There's some amount of Dans we've got in this. Could just realise that. I just thought I'd throw that out there. And Grant Silt with a 4-1 against Dan H. Young Colin got beat 4-2 by Jack Ryder. Or Jake Ryder, sorry, Jack. I called him Jack again. Sorry, Jake. And Eggy gets a 2-0 against Fraser. I take it there was obviously some issue.
Fraser's a new one.
Right. So,
Fraser.
standing... Oh, got the two boys at the top. Pulling away a wee bit. Not too much, though.
It's a close one.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Here we go, Tom. Your turn.
Yay. So, Regan, a 3-3 with Josh Hunt. Levi, 3-3 with Dan Humphrey. Is it Richard Farley gets a 2-0. No, is that a no-show win?
Yeah, it must be, mate.
Yeah, mate.
Lewis C, 4-0 against Tommy. And a 0-0 K Weston John. So I'm guessing they couldn't agree a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of a communication letdown on that one. Do you know, actually, on the point of that, something that I just wanted to shout out this week is that we've seen quite a few fixtures where the fixtures get released and the messages sort of to and fro throughout the days of, oh, what day free? Oh, might be free Thursday. Okay, I'll message you then. Thursday comes, don't hear. And we kind of find ourselves in the position where it's left to the last minute to try and get across the finish line.
Mhm.
So just a gentle reminder, please, just to try and give your opponent your availability right off the bat and say, these are the days and times I'm free. Can you match any of them?
Yeah, it's
Hopefully, if we all try and get in the habit of doing that, we should be able to organise the games a little bit easier.
not the first time that someone said that to me. I should be free on Wednesday, and then you message them on the Wednesday and try to get a hold of them. You can't get them, and you're just going, right, we've just wasted all those days that you're not actually available that day. So it's
I
yeah.
apologise for that.
But here is the league table.
Lewis walking away with it a bit there.
Yep.
And again, even down towards the bottom, it's still close.
Yeah, mate, it's how we like it. You want this one, guys?
Yeah, mate. You just scroll a little bit. Oh, there we go. So, Group J. So we got Tom Ruff with a 4-2 win against Malcolm Chappell. We have Daniel Wellsby with a 4-0 win against Taylor Sargent. Neil Turner with a 4-0 win against Ronan Foley. Got a draw with Daniel and Mislav. I'm not going to pronounce Mislav's surname again. Apologies. Please get in contact with me and let me know how to say it.
Yeah, how phonetically.
And then the surprise Stewart got a 4-1 win against Tom Matthews. So,
Nice.
good result there, Pete. So, Tom Ruff sitting pretty close, though, isn't it? By looking at the points set up.
That's basically top 5. It's 1 point between them all.
1 point between them.
0.5, I thought between the first 5, just a point. That was a good result for Pete Stewart. He's basically pulled Tom Matthews back into the chase again. Pulled back into the pack.
Like, even Dan Wellsby, he's only 1 win and he's knocking on the door of them all. So nice.
Here we go. On to I.
Is that similar to Jai?
Jai. I think it must be a Scotland thing to say Jai. I just assumed everyone said Jai, but it must be a Scottish thing.
I don't know why you sound so Australian when you do it.
What are you saying, mate? That is going to be the worst Australian accent ever. So I've got
The Aussie job.
yeah, Chuck Aussie. That's not kind of the bubbles. We've got Ryan Butch with a 4-1 against Nick Gerard. Col Whittle, the 4-1 against Adam Smythe. Did you not say you won the Prem, Tom? Col?
Oh, yeah.
Col Whittle. We've got Arwell Davis with a 4-2 against Luke Elson. And Peter Wijbenga with a 3-all with Mike Ellers. And last but not least, Oliver Martin 4-2 against Alfie Haycock. And there we go. Alfie sitting top along with Arwell. Again, it's a 5. There's not much between them. Top 5. Yeah.
As the lower part looking, because it's obviously bottom 3, isn't it?
Mm.
That you want to try and climb out of.
It's basically, mate, it's anyone from anywhere could realistically end up in the bottom. All it takes is someone down the bottom to get a bit of form going, and they'll very quickly claw their way back up again. Because no one seems to really be running away with any of the leagues at the moment. But yeah.
Right,
Go,
Group
Tom.
H. Here we got Martin Knight lost 4-1 to Gary B. James Hutch 3-3 draw with Greg Roberts. Eric H 4-1 against Max Slater. Jardinho a 4-1 win against. That's not Jardinho. That's David Jones.
That's David Jones.
Sorry, Jardinho. David Jones beat Ross Hasty 4-1.
I think you're a bit too quick with that name.
Ryan Haskey beat Michael McFarlane 4-1. Right, before we go into the standings, when I put something in the general chat and tag everyone within, or even if I'm just looking, Michael McFarlane's always typing, but it's never sent. So, Michael, if you have something to say, feel free. Just drop it in the general chat. Just say it. Because then nothing. I sit there and I wait. Like, God, are you responding to it? And nothing ever materialises. So, Michael, if you want to put something in there, feel free.
But if you fell asleep, could you go into your bed and sleep in your bed?
It's a safe space.
Yeah.
Just don't reply to the hedgehog because that all starts dangerous.
I was just about to say,
that's not a safe space.
unless the hedgehog's there, then don't comment. Just run for your life.
Don't say anything because it leads down to a road that no one wants to be in.
Yeah, not many come back from. So there we go.
So we've got Greg at the top. Gary, both the
Top
top
three
three,
are-
15.
Yeah.
Nothing in it again.
No.
Apart from Paul Martin. But then even 2 wins there. Depends on who they're against.
Yeah.
Drag
That's what I'm
himself
saying,
up.
mate. It's, yeah, you can get yourself into mid-table if you get a couple of wins. Anything can happen.
You know, what I'm immediately thinking is that we've looked at a few groups now, and they're all pretty close.
Mhm.
So it just goes to show that when we've done the restructure to start the season to try and make it as competitive we can, I think we have achieved that. When
Well,
you
that's
look
it.
at the way the results are sitting.
Well, Pete Stewart had put that into the group. He'd put it in general chat, I think it was. And that's what he basically said, that his group is very, very even. It's like just a pure dogfight. You're going, that's what it should be like.
Yeah.
He tagged
Yeah,
me and
nice.
you thanking, not Gary.
Yeah.
We will
Haha,
take the
Gary.
credit.
You will take credit, mate. We take nothing to do with it anymore, but we will take the credit.
Thank you. Thank you, Pete.
Yeah. Put your finger out, Gary. Come on.
Whatever, Pete. It's the last time I big you up. Right. Anyway, let's stop talking about Pete. Let's get on to the next group. So, Group G. Matt Stevens got a 3-3 draw against Curtis Burton. Joe McClellan got a 4-2 win against Henrik. Tracy Hiscott. Okay. Yeah, so there was a 2-0 win for Tracy against James. James is a new entrant. I think he's gone away, work, left his phone at home, no communication at all because he didn't have his phone.
Right.
So he's just come back tonight and said, really sorry, I'll have to take the loss. So,
Right.
yeah, so he's got the 2-0 loss there. Derek Hiscock and Matthew, there's a 0-0. Again, couldn't really agree on a time to get
Yeah.
that played. And then Ellis and Rich, they were playing at 8 o'clock tonight. So I dare say there's probably a result sat in the Discord server as we speak.
I've just checked. It started late.
Right.
Okay.
It
That's
started
okay.
at... Tracy's match for next week's already played.
Not on here. It's not that.
No,
not
the
been
results in.
It's not been updated on the table, mate. But that doesn't matter. We can catch
No,
up next
yeah.
game.
Or while you do that, though, I'm going to check
Jeff's
what...
probably done that deliberately, though, in all honesty. So then the league
Yeah.
table sits right.
Yeah, it looks right rather than having multiple results in.
Sorry, Todd.
No, while you go through the league, I'm going to check what Rich's score is.
Oh, right, mate.
So where's Rich sitting on here? He's fourth with a result to come in.
So he could jump into
So-
second if he gets
Yeah,
a...
could really
gets a
boost
win.
him.
Because Joe McClelland, he is running away with it a wee bit. He's got 2 wins and a draw ahead.
That's Neo, isn't it? Neo, the one that I think.
Oh, is it? Is that?
Yeah. Yeah, James changed his name, didn't he, with the Premier League, but that's Neo.
Right, mate.
So yeah, he is running.
So on to group Got Billy Hamilton and Dan Hutchinson. Dan Hutchinson have still to play. And we've got James Donnelly got beat 4-2 by Matthew Stocking. It wasn't that tight. Peter Peters with a 4-2 against Jake Greenwood. There's Jardinio this time. 4-2. He got a wee 4-2 against Jamie Lynch. I've done the Jardinio. And Kyle Jobson 4-1 against Rab. Rab's dream start is starting to come a part of this team's a wee bit.
There's
Even though
only
he's
lost
still
one.
sitting top. Yeah, he had a couple of draws before that though.
Yeah.
So Rab's still sitting top. But Billy Hamilton can jump above him if he gets a result in his match. Against Dan Hutchinson. Jesus Christ. So yeah, again, nice and tight.
Yeah.
Not,
That was
as,
a close one.
not quite as tight as the other groups, but it is tight.
Nice to see Kyle picking out a win after his long run of draws.
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
chuffed with that. Yeah,
the
good
thing
effort.
is though, it's one of those ones. I mean, he was sitting down near the bottom, and it just jumps him up because he just gets that win. You get that 3 points, it just bumps you right up the table. So yeah, you want me to do E as well, Tom, or do you want?
No, good to go.
There you go, mate.
I only went in and checked. I weren't watching it.
You say there's no result yet, Tom, for it.
It's currently 1-1.
No, right. If it's
So-
Richards playing, he'll probably finish for about 10 o'clock.
Group E. Steve Hunt beat Michael Carey 4-0. Chris Stevens 4-0 against the Hedgehog. Ross, was that Bromley?
Bramley.
Bromley. Even glasses I can't read. C. Beat Luke. No, they drew. They drew 3-3. Julian beat Ryan Hodgson 4-1. And Kev Dick beat...
What's going on, Tom? Take a breath, mate.
Yeah.
and Kev Dick beat Daniel Newman 4-1.
Nice, mate. I find it bizarre that Michael Carey, I mean, in the Prem, if he's playing against guys at my level and above, and yet he's running riot. He runs riot, and then he gets into his league games and he can't what? He's sitting fifth.
Yeah, but Tam, you've just said your level.
Yeah. Average, I meant. Yeah.
Shots fired.
Sorry, I shouldn't joke.
You shouldn't really, not when your group's coming up.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see exactly where you're sitting in the group, Tom.
I'm still bottom.
Well,
I'm even,
That's all time in
I'm
Tom.
even George, carry on.
it's Steve Hunt. He's running away with it a bit. He's
Yeah,
he's on the rampage there.
and every single week. Cracking effort.
Good work if you can get it. Yeah.
Yeah, good on you, mate.
Let's look at this one while we.
Let's have a little look at this one,
Let's
shall
have a
we?
little look
So
at
we
this one.
start with Aaron Flynn, 4-2 win against Paul Houghton. It's a cracking result, that is. Tyler Nell got a 3-3 draw against Chris Jordan. Charlie Lawrence also got a 3-3 draw against Mr. Hawes. Mike Singleton, 4-1 against Roy the Monster. And then James Deere got a 4-2 win against Tam.
Yeah.
So at least one of you took a point this week.
Yeah. So
What's happening? Go
James,
scroll down a bit more, Tam, if you can.
I'm just savouring this minute. Every minute, mate.
Just got to get a
Just
little
right,
bit lower.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. There he is.
Oh, there it is. Yeah, yeah.
There he is. There. It's actually went to the head. That's the only reason I'm above you, Tom.
Yeah.
Because we've got the same points, the same leg difference.
But I'm not even taking a point against Charlie this week. I'll take that.
Yeah. I don't know how he's down there. Because when he played me, he was absolute dynamite. I mean, he was like
He was
ridiculous.
against me. He was 3-0 up with like throwing mid-70 average. I was like,
Yeah,
what am I
that
meant to do?
Yeah, he was doing that. It was like sort of high 60s when he was playing me, and just going,
Yeah.
what's he? And then that's how I was looking and going, how the hell is he away down there? He's played the best out of everyone I've played in the group so far. I don't know how he's down there.
What's actually separating you? Is it alphabetical order, or have one of you lost a leg?
I beat Tom.
Tam
in-
beat me.
I beat him in the very first fixture, mate. And that's it's head to
I
head.
see
That's
it.
why it's got the tiebreaker thing. See the one there, down there.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the tiebreaker thing, mate. That's what that means. It means that if you've got the same points as someone.
You two couldn't be any closer then, could you?
But
That's
yeah,
how we like it.
like
we
what's the
are saving.
tiebreaker first, and then it goes to leg difference.
So I think we agreed before the season started we were going to have the first half of the fixtures, let everyone get a bit confident, bit of form.
And then
Then
show
come the
them
second
what we're made
half.
of.
We're going to top two.
Yeah.
Well, consider it admin too.
Yeah, so basically what we're going to do is anyone from 8th to 1st are getting kicked out the server. Then me and Tom will get promoted. That's the only way that the two of us are going to end up in the top two, let's be honest. It's not looking pretty. But again, like what I was saying, all joking aside, all it takes you going a winning streak and you can certainly climb your way up the table. But the fact that the two of us are down there is absolutely shocking. Look at the state of that. That is disgusting is what that is.
Plenty of games to go though, boys.
Oh, mate. Yeah.
Moving
Anyway.
on swiftly.
Into Group C. You want this one, guys? Or was it you done that one? That was you done that one, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So we've got Jay Russell with a 4-2 against Dale Woodcock. Oh, God, you do this deliberate just to get me to do the Carol thing. Carol 4-1 against Martin Ball.
Carl.
And Thomas Williamson 2-0 against Darryl Hester. Obviously, was some sort of issue there.
Yeah.
Andy Stevens 4-1 against Ben Payne. And Andy the Arrow 4-2 against Cohen. To be fair, I mean, we don't really have too many of the 2-0s and 0-0s. It's generally matches do get played. I don't think last season was quite as bad. I think the season before that there was quite a few.
You're looking through it like 1 week, the whole
2-0s, and it's like,
the whole league will be 2-0s or 0-0s, and it's just like,
well, what's the point?
Yeah, it's just a shame when you look at it because so many of them can be avoided. Just with that extra bit of communication, but it is what it is. It's nowhere near as bad as it could be. So
no, mate,
we'll take it.
Look at this. The top 6 basically are all with 3 points within 3 points of each other. Some serious tight stuff. Yeah. Group B.
So we got Gav Palmer beat Brian 6-4. Colin, but it's 6, isn't it? Not 8.
Yeah, 6, mate.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the 10, isn't it?
Colin beat Michael Wood 6-1. Jamie Scott beat Chris Stewart 6-2. Andy Jones beat Matthew Clark 6-3. And Costin and Jack Thomas with a 5-5 draw.
Jamie Scott flying high.
Chris is doing well.
Yeah. Again, it's nice and tight. 3 points between top 5, any one of them.
A couple of admins in this one as well, isn't there? Gav and Colin.
Yeah.
Just through it, is it?
I was thinking that myself, going, eh. Into Group A.
Big dogs. So we're starting off with Noah got a 5-0 against Jim. And then James Morgan got another win, 6-4 against Gavin. Neil and Chris, they're playing later on in the week. And big shout out to the shocker, Stephen Walker. Welcome to the league. So he's got his first fixture. They were hoping to get it played, but they've agreed to catch up on it later in the week as well. So look out for the result for that one.
Yeah.
And then James and It's Privy was 6-4 to It's. So yeah, just a couple of results to come for that one, but let's see how they stand.
Look at that, the Jamesy boy. Flying high there.
He's having a good year, isn't he?
He's playing some darts though. I know we wind him up and stuff, but some of his averages are absolutely crazy.
It was quite nice when obviously when I added Steve Walker to the group. There's quite a bit of a buzz in the group chat.
Yeah,
a lot of people saying, right, looking forward to playing the fixtures. And I know Neil reached out and said, game on. So
well, he did say that. He did say that. Was it last season? Obviously, before a few of the better players come in. It's not. We're not slagging off the other guys. It's just guys that are high 60 average and stuff like that. He was wanting that. He was wanting challenged. He was wanting guys that he's not the favourite to win, basically. So he's certainly got that now, with especially the way James is playing and Ollie and any one of the guys in that group.
Yeah. There's no such thing as an easy fixture in that group, is it? Any one of them can turn it on.
It's actually funny because John Hedgehog, he'd messaged me and he said, I'm getting sick of this group. There's too many good players now. It's like there's full of good. Now he's like, I can't seem to win a game anymore. You're going, it is true. There's loads and loads of guys coming in that are just so much better than the average quality that we had. So yeah, it's good.
Bit of a difference from our 20 to now. But even looking at that, like the Shockers' first 2 fixtures, Ollie, which I know is being played tomorrow, and then the week after it's Neil. 2 cracking games.
Yeah.
Yeah, be good to get a commentary game on them,
Yeah,
or
definitely.
at least one of them.
Mhm.
Do
Yeah,
keep
we'll
trying
get-
meaning to, but so I was meant to do Sunday the Prem finals, but I may have forgot until James started tagging everyone that the semi-finals were about to start.
Yeah, and someone decided to do a. Oh, that was Monday, wasn't it? No, was that last week?
Oh, you're going on about the
Saturday, was it?
draft? Yeah.
Yeah, done the draft. They decided to do a draft the night that was the over 50s tournament ranking points. Call that. Very many people signed up to this and then realised Tom had got all the guys that were over 50 into the
You
draft.
can't even say that. We had like 3 people that watched it.
Yeah. And one of them was me.
Some tough crowd. Yeah, there we go. Hopefully that rounds the week up.
Yeah.
There's
Anything else, boys, or is that us?
So keep eyes open for a special. Put that in the group. So hopefully that'll be done tomorrow, and we'll put it out at some point. I think that's it. I don't think there's anything else that's going on.
No. I think
I've
that's...
kept my word this week, Tom.
I do
I've been nice to
appreciate
you
it.
for the whole episode.
I've actually been
I've
nice to
been
you as
nice.
well, mate. I've been nice to you as well, mate, apart from this small dig at the league thing. That was all. That was it.
I appreciate
I
it,
think-
guys.
Well, let's end before we change our mind.
Yeah, before it goes, turns to the dark side.
Have a cracking week, everyone, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.